Hello again, it is Church. Sorry I haven't made a video in a few weeks. It's been a very, very busy few weeks. I'm 20 now, yay! My birthday was awesome, but that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today is not exactly this. I mean, I'll give a preface before I go into it, but okay, I'm trans. Just get that cat out of the bag. I hadn't spoken about it before because it's a huge, big thing with me. It's complicated. I don't fucking know. The short of it is when I was 14, I was born female, or assigned female at birth is what I prefer to refer to it as. I transitioned to male when I was 14. It took me about a year and a half to get on testosterone. I've been on it for 5-6 years now. I got my breast removal surgery when I was 17, and now I'm 20, so nobody can tell. And that is a whole thing for another video that I'm going to do later that I will just blow it all open. But I now feel like I can fluctuate between genders pretty easily. Well, I like to is more of the correct term, because I feel comfortable in my body, and I don't feel any need to go off to testosterone. I don't have any bad feelings about having that surgery. Nothing. I do have breast forms in right now because that helps the whole feminine thing. But yeah, it's flat. But what I wanted to talk about today, because I was out in my car and I was thinking, okay, well, I'm dressed like this, but as soon as I open my fucking mouth, no, the illusion is gone. There's nothing there. Which I'm sure if you're trans feminine, trans girl, you know this, is that you open your mouth and everything is just blown to shit, because the voice is the hardest fucking thing. The voice and the facial hair. But I am blessed with very, very little. I hate it when it happens, because even being male, which I'm male most of the time, I dress like that because that's who I am, it sucks. I hate facial hair. Like, I'm gay. I hate facial hair. It sucks. Anyway, voice. So, even before I was on testosterone, I had a low voice. But it was because I did a Russian accent for a full fucking year while I was being homeschooled or online schooled in 8th grade. So when I came into high school, I had a deep voice because doing a Russian accent for a full year somehow made my voice deeper, because when you go into that, your voice is usually deeper, I think. I don't know. I don't know the whole mechanics of it. I have no fucking clue. Take my words with a grain of salt, because I am just talking from experience here. Is doing that for a full year allowed my voice to deepen. And actually, the first day that I came back to high school, I was not going to do a Russian accent through that, because I don't know about Russia in any way, shape, or form, and I probably wasn't doing the accent right. I'll show you in a second. But it allowed me to deepen my voice, which was the weirdest fucking thing ever. And I find that I can do the same right now if I do a British voice. Again, I know fucking nothing about England. I don't, because I know there's a million different accents within that. Same with Russia. I have no fucking idea. But when I do like the mock British or mock Russian accent, I can lower or heighten my voice very easily that I can't do normally with my normal American voice. So I'm going to fuck this up really bad. I'm just going to tell you right now, because I'm out of practice for both of these. I used to do all the time because I was really into Italia, and you know, it's an anime about all the countries, and so I watched the English version, and you have a bunch of people speaking in mock accents that sound absolutely terrible. I was really into it at the time, and that was why I decided to go for a Russian accent for a full fucking year. And everybody was absolutely irritated at me, but I did it for a full year. Anyway, I'll show you the Russian. It's not going to be much deeper than my normal voice, because my voice is already deep. But it goes like this. When I had a feminine voice, it went a lot lower than this. When it was up here, it came down to this level. It still sounds like I'm speaking normally. I could probably go lower if I really tried, but that was how I got my low voice, was from this. because I couldn't do it normally. I don't know why this is a thing with me. I don't know if it's a thing in general. I'm so sorry for this terrible accent that I'm currently doing. It makes me laugh because it's so bad, and I'm sure I'm getting like German accent in there as well. Here you just heard the V. It's so bad. I'm so sorry, but I can do the same right now with a British accent. So I am not exactly sure if this sounds completely feminine because I haven't like tried this out with anybody. Because it's awkward. I don't know how to broach that of how the fuck do I sound like a girl when I'm dressing like a girl. So let's try this. So when I talk like this, I sound a little bit more feminine. I don't know if this sounds exactly like a girl, but it definitely gets it up there in a way that I cannot do when I'm talking normally. I'm able to express my feelings as well, whereas if I go higher when I'm speaking in a normal voice, it does not work. There's nothing there. Again, I'm not exactly sure if this is working completely, and I'm so sorry for the bad accent. I have no idea how to do it correctly, or what part of England I sound like I am from right now, and I know that it's dropping out a little bit because I haven't done this in a long time, and I don't know. I have no idea, but I can come up much higher and sound normal when I do this. It doesn't sound forced. It's a head voice a little bit. You can still hear the deeper voice when I get down into my chest. But I can come up here and I can sound feminine. So I don't exactly want to do this because there's a load of problems that can come from this, but when I dress like this, perhaps I can just speak in a British accent, and it will stop me. I'm getting a Russian accent in here, I'm so sorry. It will stop me from being misgendered when I'm dressed as a girl, and it will stop the weird looks, and it will stop the possible harassment that could come with that. Aside from, I have mouth lines, and I don't know how to do makeup, and, this does not exactly, it doesn't look natural. It really doesn't. I'm too small for this. Like, yeah, here's just my whole look here. Not exactly. But get the jacket over there. Oh god, you can see the bra under that, huh? Fuck. Here, I hope this doesn't count as nudity, but I have breast forms. Bought them a while ago. They were like $40 for both of them. They're B cups, I think. So any trans girls out there, they are not that expensive. If you can afford it, they're amazing. You just put them in a bra, and it's like they feel real. I'm sorry, it has a nipple on it, and I feel weird showing that, but I'm just gonna stuff that back in there. Sorry. The problem with then having a higher voice with this and maybe sounding female is that then I'm out and speaking with people, and first of all, if they recognize me, I'm out, and if they know me from before, then they're really fucking confused because I transitioned to male, and now what the fuck am I doing with breasts and with a high voice and a bunch of makeup on and all that. It's a whole thing, and I hate it, and I hate having to deal with it, but there's also the problem of what if somebody asks me where I'm from, and what am I going to say? London? That's it. That's the only fucking city I know from England, and if I intend to do this, I should really look into it and look at actual tutorial videos on how to speak in a British accent that actually sounds like it's from, that sounds like it's from England. So, I don't know why this happens. I have no fucking idea. All I know is that Russian gave me a deeper voice when I needed it, and British gives me a higher voice when I need it, but I don't want to do that because I'm 20 years old and I have no fucking excuse for why I'd be doing that in public. Other than I'm trying to pass, which most cisgender people don't understand, and some trans people wouldn't either. Actually, most of them probably wouldn't, because they'd be like, why the fuck are you doing an accent? It's like, well, I can't do a female voice. Like, if I try and sound female, I sound like I'm a cartoon character, or like I'm just really, really scared, and I cannot talk very well, and I can go even higher than this, but it'll sound really bad. I can try it, but this is bad. I can speak like a cartoon character, but obviously nobody's going to take me serious like this. Even though if it's going to sound female, it's going to also sound like I'm grating on everybody's ears because it's absolutely terrible. It's also horrible in my voice. You can hear my voice dropping as I'm doing this because it sucks. And this is what everybody says to stay away from, is that horrible, horrible nasally voice. And I can't go between those two. That's what I really need to know how to do, is to get out of this range, but also not in this range where I just sound really scared and, like, again, it's dropping to my chest. Anyway, I just thought this was interesting, and I'm so fucking sorry to anybody who watches this ever, because it's the worst thing I've ever experienced. I'm really bad at accents. I can do them, but good God. And then you just heard my cartoon character voice, and that's... Whew, we're really bearing it all on this one, huh? Good God. Well, that was all I had to say about that. I don't know if I'm going to do a British voice when I go out like this, but I can certainly try. I can't drive very far, which means I might run into people that I know, and then I'll have to drop it and try to explain why the fuck I'm cross-dressing. It's stupid, but I love it. I will explain the whole trans thing and everything that goes along with this. I know that everybody's probably confused as fuck over why this is happening and why things in the past have happened, and I will explain my history at some point. You got a brief overview of it, but all I wanted to talk about was the stupid voice thing. So I might go to my appointment sounding like this, and maybe people will actually take me seriously as a girl and not immediately freak the hell out because my voice is so deep. I don't even know if I could do this accent deeper. I'm not sure. But we're not going to try that now because I've done enough to torture your ears. So this is church. I'm so sorry. Hopefully I'll see you next week at a normal Monday time. And maybe that will be when I elucidate on the whole trans thing. So, see you then.